Yo, what up, bros? This is the first live version of the episode of the All Bros podcast. My name is Caleb Albers.
And I am Jonathan Rose.
We are two aspiring filmmakers that love nerd stuff. We like pop figures, we like Blu-rays, we like movies in general.
See, you don't like Blu-rays, you like digital codes that I give you free.
You know what? Same thing.
No, it's not really.
We get the same experience out of it.
But still, it's not a Blu-ray, it's a digital code. So
Well, forget you then.
I'm sorry. when you have as many Blu-rays as I can, then you can say that you're into Blu-rays.
I have as many digital copies as you do.
No, you don't.
Well, then send them to me, jackass.
Well, it's called, not every single Blu-ray I get comes with a digital code, you little shit.
Whatever.
Sorry, not every studio puts a digital code. Usually they'll just put a DVD not DVD. They'll just put a Blu-ray if it's like an older release.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, back on track. We are a couple of people that enjoy movies. Better?
Yeah, way better. Thank you.
Cool. So we enjoy movies. We enjoy pop figures. Rose is a little more anal than I am about pop figures. I just like how they look, so I'll pull them out of the box, put them up on display.
Oh, it irks me so much. Why would you keep such beauty? Why would you take such beauty out of a box?
Because it was meant to come out of the box.
No, they are collectibles. Collectibles are meant to stay in the box.
Alright,
well, wait, no, never mind.
Mine aren't.
Okay, no, I take that back because let's face it, like, if you buy, like, a Hot Toys figure, you've heard of those, right?
Mm.
Okay, like, come on, like, you're not going to keep that in package. It's too cool to...
Hell no.
Yeah. Okay.
Why would you keep that?
I guess I'll take back what I said.
Yeah. So... he's the avid collector of Blu-rays and pop figures. I'm more of a... if I see one that's cheap enough, I'll get it. Unless there's one...
like
or if there's
friend.
one that's really, really cool that I want, I'll get one. Like, the most recent one that I bought was the Bruce Banner pop for Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah, what did your wife have to say about that?
Dude, I forgot I put, like, where I hid it for the longest time. And then I found it, and I was like, oh, hey! And then I put it up on my shelf, and then Brielle's like, where'd you get that? And I'm like, shit, you noticed?
That's funny.
So, she wasn't mad about it. As mad as I thought she was going to be.
That's good.
So, anyway, on this podcast, we're going to cover things that we're interested in. We're going to talk about Blu-rays that Rose buys. We're going to talk about the movie in general, because we'll both watch the movie, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about pop figures, ones that are coming out, ones that have come out, ones that are super hard to find, ones that are super easy to find. We'll just talk about them all. Maybe through the span of this podcast, Rose will find Pennywise.
Yeah, well, actually, Amazon finally has him for like $10.99, but he won't ship until November, or like November 10th.
It is November.
Shut up, ass. But like I'm literally just like.
Wait, November 10th? That's tomorrow.
Oh, it is? Oh shit! Then I guess I should buy it. I should buy it. I should probably buy it tonight. But yeah, that's like the cheapest I think I've ever seen it. Shut up.
Oh my gosh, Rose.
But that's like literally the only one I'll be able to get because all the others are going for $30 to $50, and sorry, I don't love Pennywise that much.
You should. That movie was amazing.
Oh, it was. No, it's a great.
Both of them were. The original and the new one were fantastic.
Okay, I wouldn't call the original fantastic. It is very good. I feel the thing that kind of puts it below the newest one, even though the newest one is part one of 2 parts, so I guess we'll see how the adults are in the second one. But with the miniseries, the original, it's the adults that drag it down for me because I'm sorry, most of them suck ass at acting. The kids were great. That was and Tim Curry gave 1,000,000%. But it's just the adults that like really dragged it down for me to where like it's almost laughable at some parts.
Well, it is laughable now,
but
if you talk to anyone who watched it back in its day,
yeah, but still,
it scared the shit out of them.
I just find it funny, like in the library scene when like all the balloons are popping and there's blood spattering over everybody. You can totally see everyone just flinch, and it's hilarious.
Well, it's a balloon full of some goop.
Well, yeah, but
or red paint or something. I'd jump too.
I just think it's funny.
Dude, I would jump so much that they wouldn't be able to use my footage. They'd just
Yeah.
be like, you know what? Forget you.
There's I can't remember what movie. It's like an old movie to where like they're in like a cafeteria by Mount Rushmore, I think. And this guy's supposed to get shoot another guy, and in the background you can see a guy that really you didn't silence your phone.
It was an accident.
You ass. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. There is in the clip, there's this guy that's basically, he's getting ready to shoot another guy. And in the background, you see a little kid just covering his ears, just waiting for the gunshot to go off. It's hilarious.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about movies. We will talk about the pop figures, trailers that come out.
Oh, and adding to the pops, maybe, but hopefully during the span of this podcast, I can find a Chase Funko Pop out in the wild. Won't have to pay $30 to $50 on eBay.
Dude, you're making it sound like it's Pokemon.
Dude, do you know how amazing? I've never gotten a Chase Funko Pop.
Chase?
Yeah, it's basically like it's like a variant of a regular Funko Pop, but it's like you know how like when Funko ships like a box of a certain character, they'll ship them in like 6.
Yeah.
Okay, one of those is a Chase, which is a variant of the original. So like with Miguel and Coco, which is one that I really want. So the regular one has him with the face paint, but the Chase has him just regular. It's just regular Miguel, and it has like a nice like yellow sticker that says Chase on the bottom right corner. And yeah, most like go from like 20 to 20 and up. Like Miguel's going for $30 on eBay right now.
Holy crap!
So, well, dude, the Chase Pennywise because the scene that the Chase is based off of was scrapped because of I think like a copyright issue or something. I think that guy's still worth over $200.
200?
Mm-hmm.
Holy mother! Would you ever pay $200
No.
for a Funko?
Dude, do you know how much sometimes Funkos can go for? Do you know the number one how much the most expensive Funko Pop is?
I can't say I do.
Okay, so it's the Darth Maul holographic. I believe it's the holographic glow in the dark version, and I believe the last time I checked Pop Price Guide, it goes for over $1,200. That's how much he's worth.
Holy shite!
Yeah, that's the rarity of him.
So shows you how much I know about these pop figures.
Yeah, come on, do your homework.
Yeah, so we'll all learn some stuff. I'll learn stuff, you'll learn stuff.
Yeah.
Can I cut back to what I was saying?
Yeah, sorry.
So we are going to talk about trailers as well. There hasn't been any new trailers that come out recently that I know of. Any do you have?
The only one that I can think of is the final trailer for Coco, which is so good. Did you watch it?
For Coco. I haven't watched the whole thing. I've watched clips of it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So
it's stoked.
Coco looks like it's going to be a great movie.
It is. It's already I think it's at like a 93% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. And because it already opened up in Mexico and it's been well received. Like they are so happy that like someone like Pixar like nailed their culture.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that like
that.
American audiences. Dang it! I know American audiences will like. I know we'll all love it. Hopefully, I'm sure we will. It's Pixar. Well, Pixar has done us wrong in the past. But let's not talk about Cars 2 or Good Dinosaur.
Okay, Good Dinosaur I felt was a lot better than Cars 2. Cars 2 was just a complete and utter bomb.
Okay, I will agree that the Good Dinosaur is a better made film, like a lot better. But I still would probably watch Cars 2 before I watch the Good Dinosaur again because like I said to you earlier, it's like revisiting old characters that I really want to revisit. Even though I can revisit them in Cars 2 or not Cars 2, Cars 3, which was oh my gosh, so much better than the second one. Great, like really great send off to the trilogy, if you really even want to call it a trilogy, because the second was horrible. But I'm more likely to watch Cars 2 because it's just nice seeing those characters again.
That's fair. That is definitely fair. Good Dinosaur, like I said, was a Disney basic.
Yeah.
That was Disney's basic bitch.
Yeah. So I mean, Brave is better, but like that's probably like my third least favorite. So
Brave?
Yeah, Brave.
Dude, Brave was awesome.
Oh no, Brave was good, but like it's probably still my like third least favorite movie.
So is it at least are the Cars 2 and Good Dinosaur at least far away from Brave?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Then I can accept that.
Yeah, no, so hopefully Coco's well received here in the States. I'm sure it will be. Hopefully
I mean, Pixar hasn't let us down recently.
No, they haven't. I mean,
the most recent was Good Dinosaur, wasn't it? Like, the most recent letdown.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else from then has been
It's like sad because, like, They went from because I think that came out the summer of 2015. Or no, that came out the winter of 2015. Because the summer was Inside Out, which was spectacular. Oh my goodness, that's probably in my like top 5, maybe even closer to number 1. Inside Out, you've seen it, right?
Inside Out?
Yeah.
Of course I've seen
Okay.
Inside Out.
Okay, just making sure. Because Pixar was.
That's blasphemy.
I still cry every single time I watch it. Don't judge me.
I'm judging you a little
Why?
bit.
I still cry in Toy Story 3.
Dude, who doesn't cry at Toy Story 3?
Yeah, okay, that's true.
That movie was just heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, it was. So I don't remember where I was going with this.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
We were talking about trailers, and you said that the most recent one that came out was the Coco.
Yeah, it was Coco.
Okay, so...
So in short, Pixar, don't let us down, but I know you won't, so...
Yeah, Disney will keep on their ass. Let's see, trailers, TV spots. We're going to talk about TV spots, about movies that come out that we don't mind being spoiled. When it comes to like superhero films, or at least Marvel films, I don't watch too many of the TV spots.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when unless it's one that I'm not like 100% excited for. Like, I'm trying to think of the last one I did it with, because I've been excited for the last few Marvel movies. Probably the last one I did, like hardcore TV spot, was Dark World.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been that long?
It's probably been that long.
Wow.
Everything else up to that. Actually, no, Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Winter Soldier was one that But everything else, I've kind of tried to stay away from TV spots. I made the mistake of watching them with Spider-Man because I was on the fence about it, but Tom Holland was so good, and I just wanted to watch everything that they released on that because I had mixed feelings about the Vulture and the Shocker. Like, just from the trailer... Like, I wanted to see more footage of him.
Okay. Well, okay, wait, so were you kind of mixed about, like, how the character was being portrayed, or Michael Keaton cast as the Vulture?
Oh, Michael Keaton, I think, was amazing. It's just portrayed.
Okay.
Like, as in the suit.
Oh, okay. All right, I get that.
As a character, I think Michael Keaton could do anything.
Oh, I agree.
I was going to say Michael Keaton could play Batman, but he
Yeah.
has.
Played birds of all kinds.
He has.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about TV spots, just the ones that we watch that we don't mind. Movie getting a little ruined for us. I've been doing that with Justice League, watching the TV spots.
I haven't watched the TV spots, more so like, I did watch one clip, but the other ones I don't want to watch. I only watched the one where Bruce Wayne tries to get Barry Allen to join.
That one was pretty great.
Yeah. What does he say? That seems, because he's like, so you're fast. And he's like, I can't remember what it says.
It's like an undersimplificate. Oversimplification.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that was.
Dude, I like when he was trying to describe his suit.
Oh, yeah.
When he's just like, I'm into really competitive
I stance.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see what Ezra Miller will bring to the Flash.
Dude, I'm excited to see what Jason Momoa brings to Aquaman.
Yeah.
I watched the scene where Aquaman came in.
Oh
shit!
dude.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my gosh, it is great.
Okay.
So, the Justice League, or not the entire Justice League, but they're fighting this dude, and he starts breaking the walls. I don't know if it's Steppenwolf. They're fighting something. And I don't remember because I watched it like a couple days ago and I kind of forgot. No, it should have been longer.
You're good.
My memory is shite.
Mine is too.
But he starts breaking the walls, and then the Flash is like looking around, and he turns to Batman. And he's just like, "What are we underneath?" And then Batman's just like, "Gotham Harbor," and he's just like, "Oh." And then the wall breaks in, and all this water comes in, like just rushing in, and then Aquaman comes swimming through it. And he jumps out, like he swims, jumps out of the giant wave coming at them, and then pounds his trident in the ground, and then it's like that scene where water's going around him. I'm like, damn!
That's pretty badass.
It was great.
Did you also hear, though, that so Barry Allen isn't even going to be called the Flash in Justice League. He's never called the Flash.
That bothers me a lot.
Yeah, it does me, too.
If he doesn't make a I'll be back in a Flash joke at least once in this movie, I'm going to be really upset.
Yeah, that's fair. I would agree.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, even Grant Gustin made a joke like that. I mean, it was during the 4-part the Supergirl Flash crossover where they did the musical episode.
Oh, yeah. I never saw it, but I heard of
It was really good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What's her name? Melissa Benoist. She can sing.
Oh.
Like, That's the only song, or the song where she did her solo. It was Moon River. Super great.
Wow, cool.
Like, really great. I listen to it all the time, and every time I'm just, like, mesmerized. I've missed an exit listening to that song.
Oh, that's funny.
Alright, what else are we talking about on this? We'll talk about video projects that we'll work on.
Yeah.
We've worked on a couple. One, we've finished two that we haven't posted. We're going to post them up on YouTube, which if you want to check that out, it's at the All Bros channel. Our first project that we did was for Rose's film class.
Well, both of them were projects.
Yeah. Same teacher?
Yeah, same teacher.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we can impress him.
Yeah.
So the first one was a one shot where we just had to film an entire story in one shot. And that was rough.
Yeah, but we pulled it off, so it looked really good.
Yeah, it would have been better if you got a better lens for that damn camera.
Well, I'm sorry, it was the library's lens, okay?
Yeah, for those of you that don't know this story, which is all of you, this camera's lens was zoomed in so far, I had to practically walk in the creek.
Yeah, you did.
And I tripped a ton. So most of the scenes, or there was like one or two that we had to reshoot the entire scene because of an actor error, which when we say actor, it's my little brother's. The rest of them, like 4 or 5 times, were because I tripped.
Well, also, I remember one shot was because of bad directing, not pointing fingers, but instead of walking, I started running. And you were just like, Rose, what the hell are you doing? Slow down.
Yeah, well, I couldn't look at the ground in front of me, jackass.
Well, you didn't specify walk, don't run.
Well,
Just saying.
Whatever. Forget you.
I'm not throwing you under the bus.
You are throwing me under the bus. You're not just throwing me, you're like making sure I know you're throwing me.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Gosh, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, well,
Anyway, the second one that we did was
quite a tearjerker.
We'll post that one as soon as Rose gives me the okay to.
Yes. The editing, I feel, could be a little bit better, and the lighting is a little bit off, but I did have to throw it together in one night, so I did the best that I could. So maybe somewhere down the line we should try to edit like a better version of it because I feel we're good.
100% agreed.
Yeah.
And I'll try downloading some stuff on my computer that we can see if I can edit it too. I'll try.
Yeah. It sucks that your computer can't use Premiere.
Yeah. Well, I haven't used Premiere on this.
Oh.
So I'm going to try downloading it. If you can send me do you have like a login for Adobe and everything?
Yes. I don't know if you can do that though because
Can't you switch back and forth?
No, because you have to download everything onto your computer. So that's basically one-time use. So I don't think you can. I think.
Do you only use it, or how do you use Adobe at school?
Go on to either. Well,
or is it already downloaded on the computers at the school? That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it has to be an already downloaded program. Is it?
Shit.
Yeah, I think they thought of that, Albers.
Well, if they didn't, they probably do now.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we could probably figure that out. Well, that sucks. I'll figure something out when I have more money.
Okay, I'm broke too.
Because you're going to school.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see. Anything else that we're going to cover?
That's it.
We'll do movie reviews. There's a project. There's not currently like a video project in works. We're probably going to be doing something regarding audio. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a little lost.
Yeah, I'm still holding out on doing those.
Yeah.
And I think I found some programs that we can use to edit our voices a lot.
Okay.
Like, I used one and I sound like a freaking Viking.
Yes.
It is so cool. So, we'll do some audio projects that we'll post whenever news is slow. Which
it usually isn't.
Not typically.
Sometimes.
I mean, there's some stuff that we just don't bother talking about. Like, we'll talk about news or things that we hear from the grapevine, also known as Facebook.
It's something you shouldn't always trust.
Well, I read the articles.
Oh, okay, well, that's good.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't fall for that clickbait shit anymore.
That clickbait shit. Yeah,
so that's usually what I'll go over.
Because I think think after when Jeremy Renner came out and said, like, hey, I wasn't the biggest fan of how my character was portrayed. On the first one, you have no idea how many clickbaits I saw. Kevin Feige done with Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye character to be replaced. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that would crush your soul.
Yeah, it would.
So yeah, we read the articles. We try to learn as much as we can about whatever news. But we're super into superheroes, so most of the news that we share will probably be about superhero stuff.
Yeah.
There's also horror movies that we'll talk about, and
Even though this guy's kind of a wuss.
I am a wuss. I'm a
When it
huge
comes to
wuss.
horror movies.
Dude, I'm not even afraid to admit it.
That's good. Well, your brother is way more of a wuss than you. I didn't think that was possible.
Which one?
Bronson.
Oh, he's a
With It?
freaking
Oh,
baby.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, we took my youngest brother and his friend to go see it. And I will never do that again. Because I was good. I was good on the jump scares because I went through every YouTube video that I could find to find all the jump scares. And I was like,
you did that?
no, and it still scared the shit out of me.
You cheater.
Dude, and then there were some that I didn't see on, like, the when what's his face Tits was running in the library.
Oh yeah, his name is Ben.
Ben, that's
Thank
it.
you.
I was trying to think of his
Wow,
name so hard.
Ben
I'm like,
Hanscom.
I don't want to use it.
Wow.
But yeah.
Can't believe you forgot Ben's name.
Okay, so Ben.
Yeah.
So that one was
That
a
scene
surprise.
Was disturbing.
That one was terrifying,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, but Bronson and his friend freaked out a lot more and scared the shit out of me.
Hey, Coy was good though.
Yeah, well, Coy's like, he likes being scared. He watches
okay.
Walking Dead and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I can't watch that show. I
never
watched the
did.
first episode and I shut it off after the first
I
5
have no
minutes.
interest in it, so I've never seen an episode.
I hear it's good. I might get
It's
into
just
it
not my
after
thing.
it's done.
Yeah, in another 10 years.
Probably. Whatever. I did the same thing with Smallville. I got into like the first couple seasons, or not. I got into a couple seasons in the middle of the whole show, and then I kind of lost interest. And then after the show ended, that's when I was putting on like Netflix and Hulu and stuff. That's when
Oh,
I started
yeah.
watching it again.
Okay, so this is kind of, I don't know if this is kind of tangent, but so, you know how you sent me the link that Marvel was in talks to buy 20th Century Fox, right? But that also means, though, is that if that happens, it's more than likely that Marvel or Disney would end Simpsons.
The Simpsons?
Mm-hmm. Well, because The Simpsons is still going, because The Simpsons...
Why the hell would they end The Simpsons?
Because The Simpsons is owned by Fox.
Yeah, but why would Disney end that? I would keep that. I
Well,
would keep
Well, it's
getting
just like
money from that.
It's just a possibility. Well, dude, the ratings have gone down quite a bit because not a lot of people. I mean, like, it's still funny, but it's not as funny as it used to be. So people have kind of lost interest in The Simpsons, which is sad.
Well, that's going to happen with Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't think they're going to stop Family Guy.
Out of
Family
all of
Guy's
them,
still-
the one that I want to like finish on a super high note is The Simpsons. 'Cause I grew up on that stuff.
Yeah,
So,
I wasn't
I
allowed
hope
to watch that as a child.
That sucks, dude. Because I want to. Dude, I watched the Simpsons movie with my grandma. You know how awkward that was when they showed Bart's wiener? Oh, that was so awkward.
That would be extremely uncomfortable.
That's just what I heard. I really doubt that Marvel would end The Simpsons if they did acquire it. I feel that they would probably let it finish up because I think they want to finish the show at season 30.
So I heard on a different podcast, Fortress of Nerditude, my boys.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. That also would give Disney the rights to first or A New Hope, which they don't own. Or Disney does not own the rights to A New Hope. I found out today. So Fox is the one that owns A New Hope. It has always been part of Fox's deal. So Disney is going to, if Disney buys out 20th Century Fox, they get A New Hope, and then they can release the original trilogy and make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
But
Dude, they could if they like made a kick-ass.
yeah, but Disney's going to be forking out a fortune for that.
Yeah, but dude, if they made like a gorgeous steelbook for the original trilogy, I feel I would dip.
Double dip.
I would do it. Well, wait, no, I don't even own the original trilogy yet, so no, I don't even have to double dip. If they actually do buy it, buy 20th Century Fox, yeah, I think I'm gonna wait.
Please, you would still double dip.
Yeah, I probably would. I double dipped on Power Rangers. So.
Yeah, at least you did double dip with Fan 4 stick.
That's true. I was kind of tempted yesterday though because they had the steelbook in Best Buy. $10.
Dude, I would
It's
punch
so
you
cool.
in the kidney.
But it looks so cool.
I don't care how cool
it's
it
not
looks.
like they're on the front. It's just the 4.
Dude, but that's what I'm excited for.
That
The Fantastic Four being part of Disney, being finally given back to Marvel.
Yeah. Dream come true.
I know. Now they just need to get Hulk back, and then they'll have the complete. Or no, they still won't have Spider-Man.
Yeah, there's no way that Sony is gonna give up fully Spider-Man. There's no way.
Not after this.
Yeah, I know.
They should have just let him release the Amazing Spider-Man 3, let that bomb, and then be like, "Can we have him back now?" And they're like, "Yeah." after like licking off their wounds.
But I can't complain because we got to see Spider-Man.
Oh, he was meant to be
Yeah.
seen? I 100% agree.
Do you know how awesome it was to see Spider-Man? What is the word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna talk to Captain America, Iron Man. Who else did he talk to in Civil War?
That was pretty great, dude. The only complaint that I have about that movie
is the suit. It looked a little too CGI.
No, not even that. It was more the story. I felt that I wish that Iron Man didn't give the suit back.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about Civil War, not Spider-Man. Wait, which one were we talking about?
No, kind of both.
Okay.
I was okay with Civil War. Civil War was regarding Spider-Man, was done perfect.
I agree.
I really enjoyed that.
I just feel like at some parts, like the suit was a little too CGI for me.
Yeah.
In Spider-Man: Homecoming, it was practically perfect. It didn't look CGI'd at all.
Yeah. But the only complaint that I really have about Spider-Man: Homecoming is the was how dependent on the Spider-Man suit that Peter Parker was.
Okay, that's
Or
fair.
not dependent on the suit, dependent on the Avengers.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Because Spider-Man's always been, at least from the comics that I've read, he's always kind of been his own deal. Mm-hmm. And he's just kind of come across the Avengers.
Yeah.
Which I wish would have happened, where he would have been like, yeah, I'll help you guys out. And then awesome. Spider-Man Homecoming would have been more Tony being like a parent, and then Spider-Man being like, look, I've been doing this long before you. I'm good. Like, that would have been great.
I remember the one thing that kind of pissed me off in Spider-Man: Homecoming, and I didn't notice that, like, oh shit, I need to shut up because I don't know what I'm talking about. I saw it for a second time is when I first saw it, the beginning where it's like the drawing of Michael Keaton's like looking at the drawing of all the Avengers in the first one. Mm-hmm. I did not see Hawkeye in the right corner, so I'm like, this is horse shit. The kid didn't draw Hawkeye, but no, he's there. My bad.
Yeah, I think that whole scene was just to throw everyone off, because I think everyone thought, even I did, I thought that Michelle was Vulture's kid.
Really?
Because so the first thing was I saw a page
spoiler.
on it.
This is a spoiler.
It's not that bad of a spoiler.
It technically still is a spoiler.
All right, fine.
But I mean, if you haven't seen
Spider-Man, no, because I didn't say who his kid really was.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. I said Michael Keaton, so that kind of relates to it.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Because Michael Keaton plays
Vulture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So never mind. I'm just gonna shut the hell up.
You should.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So I read an article saying that Michelle was the daughter of Adrian Toomes. So I was like, okay, and like I kind of believe that. And then when they showed a drawing, or showed her the drawing in the beginning, mm-hmm. and then later she was sitting in detention drawing pictures.
I did not think of that.
Yeah, that was when I was like, oh, maybe. And then freaking took me for a turn. Spoiler alert, it's Liz Allen.
Damn, that kind of would have been cooler, but...
Right?
But the way they did it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm 100% okay with it, because it blew my freaking mind.
Yeah, I know, right?
I also thought with the scene where he's, like, in the car...
Oh, that was...
I thought he was, like, driving a bus or something.
Really?
Yeah, I thought... From like the trip to Washington D.C., because they kind of made it look like Vulture was in D.C.
Yeah, that's true.
So I thought what they were going to do was have Spider-Man or Peter Parker on a bus going to Washington D.C., and then while he's getting out, the Vulture like shuts the bus door and then like starts talking to him because he somehow figured out he was Spider-Man. That's what I thought they were going to do, but what they did was so much better.
Oh yeah. Good old Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude, like when I was thinking like the entire movie, I'm like, how the hell, like he's like doing his own thing, like how the hell is he just gonna get Spider-Man in his car or bus or whatever? And then they did, and I almost shark pants.
Especially
out
the
of
effect
excitement.
with the red light and the green light. That was that was perfect filmmaking right there.
Dude, and he was super intimidating. And he was able to figure out that he was actually Spider-Man.
Yeah. Whereas,
like, he was able to piece it together unlike every other stupid villain that Spider-Man's been up
they
against.
have to wait for him to take off his mask. But Peter, what?
Yeah.
Well, technically, no. In the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry put it together, two and two together, because he flew in as the new Goblin or Green Goblin, whatever. He flew in. He sees Gwen, and then he switches back to Spider-Man. He's like, looks at Spider-Man. He's like, Peter.
In Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, but I mean, like the other ones, I can't think of. I can think of any that didn't know that it was Peter Parker until he took a mask.
Yeah. That one kind of threw me for a loop just because Emma Stone, or was Harry ever around Gwen Stacy in that? And Peter?
No, not Gwen and Peter. He was. I think the only time that he was around Gwen was like when he went, when she was in Oscorp and they both ran into each other in the elevator. It was the only time I can think of.
Did he ever, when did he find out that Peter and Gwen were a thing?
I think, isn't it when they're like skipping rocks together? Is that when Peter tells
I thought he just said that he met someone and was with someone.
Oh yeah, that could be it. I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, I need a refresh.
I feel that movie gets too much hate.
Maybe that can be one of our first older superhero movie reviews.
Okay.
Our first official movie review will be Thor Ragnarok, which neither of us have seen yet.
Sadly, and it's been out a week.
Yeah, but
Just tried so hard to stay away from the internet because of spoilers.
oh my gosh, dude!
It's so hard.
I have a Pinterest, and I
do too. Don't be ashamed.
I was trying to scroll, and I just keep seeing pictures of Thor Ragnarok, and I'm like, shit! And I had to shut it off.
Kind of glad that I've stayed off Pinterest then.
Yeah, no joke, dude. It will mess with you.
But there's like so many things on Facebook that say, what does the end of Thor Ragnarok mean for the MCU? Spoiler.
Or the mid-credit scene.
Yeah. Or there was one that said like, did Marvel forget what Thor was like in Age of Ultron? I'm like, hey, no. That's got to be a spoiler. Staying away.
I'm avoiding all Marvel sites like the plague. I have all the Marvel sites that I'm following that share news on movies and stuff.
Yeah.
I have them all blocked right now.
Okay, I'm not I'm not going that far.
Well, you can easily unblock them.
Yeah.
Or I just hide them from my feed for now.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm trying super hard to avoid all spoilers until tomorrow, which we're gonna go see.
Woot.
Yeah, so that should be fun.
You get to see Hulk smash.
Dude,
Literally.
I'm so excited for that. Hulk is my all-time favorite.
Now, if Hawkeye could just, pop in, it'd be awesome.
So
I know it won't happen. I know it doesn't happen, but man can dream, right?
yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much what we're going to cover on this podcast.
If you guys haven't guessed, though, yeah, sorry, cutting Caleb off again. If you guys haven't guessed, yeah, my favorite superhero is Hawkeye.
And mine is the Incredible Hulk.
So I'm sure you guys already figured that out. I've talked about him at least 2 to 3 times this.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, it's just a couple.
But we're super enthusiastic about Marvel and DC. Less so DC. We're more Marvel fans, but we'll watch anything that comes out from either of them, unless it's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Never watching that movie again.
After Wonder Woman, I have a lot more faith in DC.
Yeah. Oh shit. What happens to Deadpool?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was talking about that. He's like, does this mean that Deadpool's gonna have to go family friendly? Because if so, he's probably out. Because you can't have a family friendly.
Dude, but maybe that will be like Disney's adult side.
Yeah, that could. Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that that's what they do.
I hope so.
That they're just kind of like release, kind of just start a Disney at night.
I like it.
Like, it's kind of like Cartoon Network's Adult Swim.
I'd say Disney After Dark.
Disney After Dark?
Yeah, that's what I would call it. Don't say Disney at night, then you're just copying Nick at night.
But I hope that they kind of turn 20th Century Fox into Disney's Adult Swim.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And then they can just kind of because then they can just shove the people who are making the Netflix shows for like Daredevil and Iron Fist, they can kind of just shove them in that section.
Very true.
Like all of their more mature content will go over there, and then all of their lighter stuff is going to come over to like you can like take Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, take them, bring in Fantastic Four, they can be a lighter, keep Deadpool. We'll take X-Men and just kind of swap back and forth.
Yeah.
I think this is more for their streaming service than any.
Yeah, that's true.
Which the more that they buy, the more I'm switching. I might stop with Netflix altogether because all my stuff is going to be over there. Why?
Stranger Things.
Ah, shit. Great. I'm already poor as it is, Disney. Just buy Netflix.
Dude, honestly, I would let you piggyback off my money if you want to.
Okay.
My manager does it, so.
Disney, how about you just buy Netflix and just
good
keep
luck with
everything?
that one.
I know. Disney can't buy 20th Century Fox without having an adult section. I mean, it's just not possible.
Excuse me.
If they don't do that and then they just Disney-fy everything, it's just gonna ruin everything at least for me.
No, it would ruin it for me too.
I mean, because they get Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if that gets Disney-fied, I'm gonna be pissed. So yeah, dude. Like Disney, you need an adult section now. It's no longer optional.
Yes. No.
Because if I'm ever going to switch over to your service, I need my Deadpool.
Yeah, agreed.
So hopefully that's what they do. Just pick and choose. Like pull the stuff that you can out and put it into your Disney for kids and teens and whatever, and then take the stuff that you don't really need and just shove it in the 20th Century Fox.
Damn.
Boom. Problem solved. And if you need to make an even better investment, go to Universal and buy Hulkback.
I still wish you luck with that one.
Yeah.
Man,
In case you guys haven't figured it out, my favorite superhero is the Hulk.
I
already said that.
Yeah, you said that like 3 times now, dude.
Have I?
Yeah, that's about 3 times.
Gosh, I suck.
I thought I was bad.
Alright. So, what else are we going to cover on this? This is pretty much what the podcast is going to be like.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk.
Yep.
We're going to get off subjects. We're just
so many off tangents.
Yeah. But we're going to try to stick to a guideline.
Yeah.
We'll try having segments and stuff, but if that just ends up not working out, we'll just do this.
Yep.
When it gets so we'll have segments. We'll talk about our Blu-rays, or the Blu-rays and the pops in one section. We'll talk about news in another, if there's any. Movie reviews we'll have in a section, and word of warning, they will be very spoilery, like extremely spoilery. Yep. So if you have not seen the movie that we are going to review, turn it off, and we'll let you know. So we'll go through all the normal stuff. So if we do a review, we'll go through our normal stuff. We'll talk about everything except the movie, and then near the end, we'll give everyone a word of warning to shut it off unless you've seen the movie. And then after that, we'll just enter a shit ton of spoiler zones. Not really.
It was for him.
It was for a second, but we have it set up so it'd be cutting all the silences out.
Oh yeah, my bad. That movie, by the way, is a very weird movie. Kind of like
What movie?
Dead Silence.
Dead Silence.
Yeah, we watched it.
Did we?
The old lady that has her tongue cut out and she has like
all
those puppets.
Forget that movie. That movie's so messed up.
No, don't worry, dude. Because I get you because. I can't remember how old I was, but I was like 10 or whenever. I can't remember what year I came out, but I was young. I think I was still in elementary school. My dad asked me, hey, what do you want to do today? Because we wanted to, just have a Father Sunday. I'm like, oh, hey, you want to go see a movie? He's like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, can we go see Dead Silence? And he's like, it's scary. I hope you know that. I'm like, yeah, no, I can handle it. I think I lasted 10 minutes and my dad had to get a refund.
Holy shit.
I lasted 10 minutes. Like, we walked out right as the sheet is being pulled off the lady, and she's like has her like jaw ripped out and shit.
That explains so much about you. You have no idea. Wait, how old were you?
I think like my last year of elementary school.
Explains so much about you, dude.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
It means you're jacked up in the head.
Dude, I watched Child's Play when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, but Child's Play and Dead Silence are two very different movies.
But I was never scared after Child's Play that my toys were going to come alive and kill me. I honestly never
was. That before or after Child's Play? Or after you saw Dead Silence?
Yeah, maybe I was a little after Dead Silence. But not Child's Play. Maybe just a little bit. I'm sure I had no marionettes. Like, screw those.
Cut the strings off everything.
Well, I guess they're not marionettes. They're just
I was gonna say, if your dad just decided to take you to that, you were abused.
No,
if it was your idea, you're just
Yeah.
screwed up.
And the thing is, like, the theater next to us, or like, because I think it was like a discount movie theater, was playing TMNT. So I'm like, why the hell did I not go see that instead of Dead Silence?
TMNT wasn't. I haven't seen that in years. That
wait,
wasn't
no, sorry.
awful, was it?
No, it wasn't. I think maybe TMNT was actually playing at the theater because, I guess to like, because I was young, to make me feel like less scared. They're like, hey, do you want a free TMNT poster? So I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, I got a free TMNT poster.
Hey, sorry we scarred you for life, but it's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
We'll give you a poster if you want it.
Yeah.
Seems like a fair trade. Your innocence for a poster.
I mean, come on, it's the Ninja Turtles.
Dude, maybe that's why you're so into the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, comforted me.
Although
Donatello
you should watch
shoved
who you
his
say
head
that
up
to.
What?
So you should watch who you say that
Yeah,
to.
I probably should.
I was comforted by the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, whatever.
It's like, is the Ninja Turtles the name of your uncle?
I don't know.
You went.
I don't know, but there's this minivan and it's slowing down. It's getting me out.
Yeah, we're filming this in a car because my wife doesn't get off until 7. So that's why we're filming this in a car.
Yeah, but that's okay. 'Cause
yeah.
I'm sure it sounds great.
I'm sure it does too.
Yeah.
The acoustics in here are
Yeah, they are
great.
actually very good. Yeah.
Anything else that we have or that you've heard of?
I think I know this is maybe like jumping the gun too soon, but are there like any Christmas movies coming out that you're excited for? I don't even know if there are any Christmas movies coming out.
Not really.
All that I can think of is, and they released them like the first week in November, which I think was a horrible
We
idea.
need to give the turkey some respect.
Oh, I agree, and it was proven a bad idea because it did not perform that well in its opening weekend, and that's A Bad Mom's Christmas. Have you seen Bad Moms?
I have seen Bad
Okay,
Moms.
I actually really liked it. I thought it was pretty fun.
I liked it too.
Yeah,
I felt that they should have paid a lot more money for all the stuff that they destroyed in that store.
Yeah. But I mean, I heard the sequel's it's good. It's not as good as the first one, but if you like the first one, you'll enjoy it. But yeah, I think like it got money, but it didn't get a lot of open week. So I don't know. Continue to perform well more closer to the holidays, or it might even be out of theaters by the December season.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to see that. I mean, I liked the first one.
Yeah.
The second one, I've seen the trailers for the next one, and it looks dumb.
I'll see it like maybe if like it's a Tuesday, like within like the next couple weeks, it's a Tuesday. I have nothing else to do. Yeah, I'll probably go see it. I mean, because it's only $5.
I'll probably see it if it ever comes out on Netflix or Hulu.
Okay.
Other than that,
That's fair. And then the only other one that I can think of is Daddy's Home 2, because that one takes place during Christmas.
that first one was hilarious.
Oh, I agree.
So
I didn't think it was like jaw dropping funny, but I thought it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
So I am excited for.
I think it was definitely worth a watch in theaters. I didn't watch it in theaters. I watched it from Hulu.
No, I did.
But I think it's worth a watch.
I mean, come on.
Especially with Mel Gibson and
Yeah, that's really cool that Mel Gibson is playing Mark Wahlberg's dad.
yeah, I'm like, that's pretty.
And then I can't
solid.
remember who I can't remember his name who plays Will Ferrell's dad. He's a great actor.
He is.
Because he was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
can't remember names of shit. Oh, that's something else we're going to do on this. We're going to do reference fails.
Who gets that one? Is that a reference fail?
Well, I think it should only count if we correct the other person.
Oh, okay.
But I think if
Yeah,
someone brings it up and neither of us can figure it out, the person who brought it up gets the point. So this is how it works. If we make a reference towards something or try to talk about an actor or a movie and we just get one of the references wrong, or just like if we're quoting something and we get the quote wrong and the other person calls you out on it, that person who called you out, or no, the person who made the fail gets a point. And at the end of the month, so that would be after four episodes, typically, sometimes 5, depending on how release schedules go out.
Yeah.
Whoever has the most points at the end of the month owes the winner, or the one with the least amount of points, a mini pop.
Pocket pop. Yep.
And
Didn't we decide on which one the other one was this time?
No, that one was for a bet.
Oh yeah, that was for.
So for this month, we're not going to do or tally up this month, which you already have a point.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have a point. So the episode that we aired, or we didn't air, that it was kind of just our practice run. We had a bet going on with Justice League, and the bet was the scene where Alfred is talking to some mysterious person. Or what did he say? He said,
they told me you'd come. Let's hope you're not late.
Yeah. So I saw a red shoulder. Rose thinks it's Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the Flash that he's talking to. So when we go to see Justice League in a couple weeks, which we'll also be reviewing.
It's actually less than a week.
Less than a week?
Yeah, it comes out next Friday.
Sweet.
I know, right?
So
Insane.
yeah, we'll do a review on that one too. So if in that scene, if Alfred is talking to the Flash, Rose owes me a pocket pop of the Flash.
Yep.
And if he's talking to Superman, I owe Rose a pocket pop of Superman.
Yep.
So stay tuned if you want to find out who loses.
Gonna be him.
Whatever, forget you.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Dude,
clearly...
after the trail, or after the clip of Batman talking to the Flash,
yeah,
saying like save one,
yeah,
I am even more convinced that it's Flash.
I disagree. It looks more like a cape. It doesn't look like Flash's armored shoulder.
It was all we saw was red. It could have been anything. But whatever.
I just feel like they wanted to tease Superman a little bit, so that's the teaser that they threw in.
That's so dumb. Watch, we're both going to... What happens if we're both wrong? And it's that, like, they just change the color of that shoulder, and it's, like, actually, like, Green Lantern.
I don't know. Nobody gets anything?
That's lame. Alright, I guess
know.
that's what happens. So, that's what we'll do, just to kind of have some fun. We'll tally all the reference fails, and I don't have a sheet with me right now, but I'm putting one down on your sheet when I get home. So I think that makes us tied 2 for 2.
Yeah, I think it does.
What should happen if we tie?
Sudden death? Or just we each just buy the other or something? I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can find like a random movie quote generator.
Okay, alright.
And then I'll read the quote, or I'll read the quote off, or
okay.
I'll read multiple quotes in a row. And if however many in a row that you get right,
yeah.
you get a point for each of those.
Okay.
And then you do the same thing for me. So I'll just do it all until you mess up,
okay.
And then you test me on the quote. And then I'll do as many as guess as many as I can in a row, and whoever has the most points wins.
Yeah, going down.
I know. I forget second quotes. I'm so bad.
I kill that shit.
Unless I can come up with a better system where it's more fair, that'll be our system if we tie. I'm pretty good at guessing like names and stuff. Quotes I suck shit at. So that's what we'll do.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Yeah, you suck.
Yeah. We'll probably also cover video games, just because there's some video games that I don't play video games too often. There's some that come out where I'm really interested. Like next week, I'm picking up Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that comes out.
Yeah.
Do you have it paid off?
Just $30 left. So I'm probably just gonna pay it when I go pick it up.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the games that I'm excited for. So I'll probably talk about that a little bit.
Then I say we definitely talk about the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game.
Yes.
Because that looks fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah. You should just come over when you get that, and then we'll play it together. Okay. Even though it's single player.
And then
go through the story of it.
The only other one that I can think of is Red Dead Redemption 2. After this latest trailer, so excited.
Yeah.
Rockstar, you can do no wrong.
So we're just gonna go over all nerdy stuff.
So broke.
Yeah. So this is more not going to be a record of stuff that we're interested in. It's just going to be a audio catalog of why we're so poor.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Really need to rethink my financial situation. Blu-rays and Funko Pop's really that important?
Dude, with
yes, they are.
With that super expensive Funko Pop, yeah, it's totally worth it. Especially if they pay out. Funko Pops, I think, have already paid out more than Beanie Babies.
Yeah, I think they have. I really think they have. It's amazing just to see how crazy people what lengths they will go to get a certain Funko Pop.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing people did with Beanie Babies.
That's true.
Dude, I actually listened to a podcast of Melissa Benoist. I think it was on Anna Faris's Unqualified, but she did a show and tell, and she brought 5 random things from her house, like just random out of the blue stuff, and showed them on a Ferris. And one of them was a Queen Diana Beanie Baby.
Excuse me, that's really cool.
Yeah, and
how much is it worth?
it was like $21,000. I was like, damn.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was expensive.
The only thing that I hate about Funko Pops, not bashing the company or anything, it's the people that are scalpers and flippers.
Yeah, you scalpers can go to hell.
Yeah.
Making us pay more for a pop we really want. Yeah. Especially me, someone that just wants to put it on their shelf.
It doesn't give a shit about the box.
I don't give it 2 shits about the box. Actually,
you know how nice...
That's not true, because I subscribe to the Marvel Collector Core box. Shout out. And they send a Funko Pop every month or every 2 months. And 2 boxes ago was the first appearance of Avengers, and they sent the Funko Pops and they were positioned. It was Iron Man and Vision, and they were both positioned in the way that they were in their first appearance comic book, which is super cool. And on the back, and as you know, on the back of a Funko Pop, they'll show more in that series. But instead, on the back they had the cover of the comic book.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. So those are the only 2 boxes that I still own. Okay. They're out of the box, but they're like.
That's how it
in
is
front of the box.
With the Pennywise Pops. It doesn't show like what other ones are in the series. It just has on the back it has Pennywise with his hands on Georgie's shoulders, and Georgie is awesome.
It's freaking crazy.
It's pretty bitchin'.
Yeah. So that's kind of my relationship with Funko Pops. It's the only box that I really care about. The most recent was Thor Ragnarok,
which. Even though I didn't get that box, I was very tempted to buy the Thor one off eBay. I love that pop so much.
That pop was awesome. That he had his helmet, his shield, and then I think his whatever club thing that he has.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And then also in that box I got a Loki. And it was kind of the typical Loki, the ones with the knives, but instead of him just holding the knives, he also had the helmet. Or his, I don't even know if you can call that a helmet anymore.
Yeah, I guess you really can call it a
helmet.
Like
his headwear?
Yeah, that works.
Or his, I don't know, Loki headband?
Yeah, I think a headband. Yeah, I guess that works for it.
Yeah, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, whatever the hell it is. It had one of those. Super top heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to tape the bottom of his feet down so he doesn't tip over.
See, Caleb, this is why you keep them in box, so you don't have this problem.
You know what? You can go to hell.
Wow. Guys, you really, he just damned me to hell.
The next box that's going to come next month is the Incredible Hulk.
Which he's about to shit himself.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I had all the feel-goods when they released that. Because they have a card in it that says, in our next box. And I was like, what can they do with Christmas this year? And it was Hulk. And I was like, yes!
I'm assuming you saw the trailer, too, that they released. For the box.
Yes!
That was so cool.
Oh, my gosh. For those of you who haven't seen it, go on YouTube and look up the Incredible Hulk Marvel Collector Core box trailer. It is awesome. It's just the Funko Pop of Hulk taking out these jets. And one of these jets is like super ballsy. Yep. Shoots a missile and it just kind of bounces off Hulk. Then he jumps and like goes to wreck it. I freaking love the Hulk so much, dude. It's not even funny.
So you'd marry Bruce Banner if you could?
I probably would.
Okay. No judge.
Yeah. Hey, Brielle knows.
Oh, okay.
We have like multiple people that in common on our cheat list.
I'm just gonna
like I was saying we were watching Game of Thrones a little while ago, and she was saying that, or I told her as a joke, I'm like, Emilia Clarke is on my cheat list, just so you know. And she's like, well, she's on mine too. I was like, sweet.
I'm just gonna spitball and say Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay.
Dude, Ryan Gosling's the type of good looking where I could walk in on him and Brielle just doing it, and I'd probably be okay with it. I'd be like, all right, I call dibs next.
Okay, you've seen Mean Girls, right?
Yes.
Okay, I could just see you being Regina's mom, being like, "Hey, you guys okay? You need something? You need a condom? Ah, love ya." And then she just closes the door. I can totally see you doing that.
Dude, I'd be pissed off at first until he looked at me, and then I'd be like, "You go," and I'd be like, "You guys finish up here," and I'd be like, "But babe, I need the deets on this." Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds is on it too.
Channing Tatum?
No, neither of us are into Channing Tatum.
Well,
Flip me off.
why not?
Because it's rude, that's why.
Okay. I didn't full on. Only half.
Well,
Not half mass, half finger.
well,
There you
because of that, I'm only going to pop one of your kidneys.
go. Okay. Works for me.
Oh, hell. But yeah, we have a lot of people in common that it's on our cheat list. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of people that we have in common. There's like maybe 2 people on mine that aren't on hers, and there's maybe like 3 that are on hers that aren't on mine.
Who's on yours that isn't on hers? Oh my god.
Margot Robbie.
That's not on hers?
I know, right?
What?
I know.
Please tell me Emma Stone is on yours.
On mine?
Yeah.
It's on both of ours.
Oh, okay. Phew. Okay.
Trying to think of the other one. I know Margot Robbie isn't on hers, and I don't think Scarlett Johansson is either.
She doesn't have Black Widow herself on her list.
It makes you feel better. She has Scarlet Witch on hers, but she doesn't have Elizabeth Olsen on, but she has Scarlet Witch. So I'm like, the hell does that work?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Let's see who else is on it. Jennifer Lawrence is on both of ours.
She's actually not on my list anymore.
What?
Sorry, I don't. Sorry, she's not.
Emma Watson's on both of ours.
Yeah.
Oh no, I lied. Margot Robbie is on hers. It's Katy Perry that's not on hers.
Okay, that one I can get.
Yeah, but I don't. Katy Perry's slowly moving off my list.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
And you're turning into her song. You're hot and you're cold.
Yeah.
Do you want her? Do you not? Do you want her? Do you not?
Yeah, that's what it's like being married, dude. It's just a constant state of back and forth. Like they have there's what rules to being married and what that everyone knows, where it's like give her space, also be there for her. Doesn't make sense,
Okay.
but you're expected to do it.
Okay. All right.
It's irritating shit. Anyway, we'll close up, or what's our time at? We're almost done. So we'll do close up on just a quick about us deal kind of thing. Okay. So Rose, you want to start off?
Oh, okay. I guess. So I start off this.
Well, I need to think.
Okay. Alright, so like I said at the beginning, my name is Jonathan Rose. I am 21 years old. I am the only son, and I have a sister. So she is 26. No, she's 27. Damn, my sister's old. If you're listening to this, Christina, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, you dick.
Yep. I have a cat. His name's Alexander. Love the little guy. I'm currently going to Utah Valley University. I'm shooting to get my bachelor's degree in digital cinema. Because we both want to work in the movie industry. I work at Fresh Market here in American Fork, Utah. I am the assistant produce manager. I don't love my job, but I really like my job. And it pays the bills and it pays pretty good. And my favorite superhero is Hawkeye, which I already mentioned. And besides Hawkeye, my biggest interest is Ghostbusters. Yeah.
That's a pretty good interest.
Yeah. People give me so much shit for it. It amazes me. It amazes them how invested I am with Ghostbusters. It kind of like, are you okay? I'm like, yes. Sorry.
At least you didn't take it as far as the kids off Stranger Things being the only ones that dressed up at school.
That would have been us, let's face it.
Dude, that totally would have been us.
Yeah.
It's not even... Oh my gosh.
That was so funny.
That'd be so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I would totally own it after that. I'd probably have that moment of... Oh, damn.
The creativity on those proton packs was amazing.
Yeah.
Those looked really good for being
I
homemade.
feel that's something I had a complaint, a little like mini gripe with. I feel that they look too similar, because if their parents made them for them, you're telling me that all their parents built the exact same thing?
I don't think so. No, they actually did look. They look slightly different actually. If you really do look at them, especially Will's. Will's definitely looked the most different. But yeah, dude, you might want to take a closer look because I think you can definitely tell there is a difference between all of them.
Okay. Well, I'll come back next week and talk about it.
Because even with like the costumes, like I think Will's is a lot more darker brown than
They looked exactly the same.
No,
to
they
me.
didn't. No, hey, you don't pay attention to Stranger Things like I do, especially when it comes to Ghostbusters.
That's the only reason you paid attention.
No, I paid attention because it's such a damn good show.
It's super good.
Ah, I love it so much. I wish
So
I would have jumped
sad
on the
that-
bandwagon earlier.
I'm glad I jumped on it when I did, because I didn't have to wait so long for season 2.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think I waited like 2 weeks. 'Cause I finished it, I finished it maybe I think like the second week of September or 3rd. Oh, yeah, so awesome. But now we have to wait like a year for season 3.
Yeah. I don't know why all the good shows make you wait, like Game of Thrones.
Well, what kind of sucks is like with Netflix, you know, like most shows, like they're spread out each week, one episode, so like you don't have to exactly wait as long for a next season because they're filming it usually as the season is going on. But like with Netflix, it's all posted, so you can literally binge watch it in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Netflix has an expectation, at least when they started doing their own original content, because I wonder if they thought, oh, well, people will watch this like a weekly show. No.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's like how they first started out.
Because in I think the first weekend of season 2, Stranger Things brought in over 15 million views.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on subject, because we
Yeah. It's
caught off again.
Stranger Things. That's okay. And Ghostbusters. All right, it's your turn.
Is that it?
I don't know what else to say about me.
That's fair.
That's all I got.
We're both boring.
Yeah, very boring.
I think we have interesting enough conversations for people to listen in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, about me. My name is Caleb Albers. I am the oldest of 3 boys. My 2 younger brothers are Coy and Bronson. Both of them are a huge pain in my ass.
I don't think Coy's with me.
Yeah, but you don't have to live with him
Neither do you now.
anymore.
I know.
I am also 21 years old. I am married to the love of my life. Her name is Brielle.
Love story for the ages.
Yeah.
It actually is. It's very cute.
I'll probably share it eventually if people want to hear it, because it's a different story.
It is.
So I'm 21. She's 21 too. Neither of us. I can't say neither of us have kids.
Yeah, you can.
We don't have kids.
Like, whoa, dude.
Oh.
Did you have a previous relationship you didn't tell me about?
Stories I could tell, Rose. The stories I could tell.
Lay it out.
So we don't have kids. Instead, we have 2 rabbit. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. We have 2 cats and 1 rabbit.
Cats are adorable.
Cats are evil demon spawns.
Raven, I get. But
Dude,
Atticus
I hate Raven.
Atticus
so
is a
much.
sweetheart.
Atticus is he's basically a mop.
Wow.
He's a mop that moves. Because if you touch him, he'll just fall to the ground. That's basically what he is. You pet his face and he'll just collapse. He's so dumb. But I would keep Atticus in a heartbeat. But we're currently trying to get rid of them. So yeah, there's that. If you know anyone that's interested and is in the Utah
heartless.
County area, they call me heartless.
Sorry.
You know that they're evil.
Not Atticus.
I
Atticus
swear that the only reason that I am alive today
because you feed them.
is because I feed them. Exactly.
I feel Raven would be more likely to eat you. Atticus, no.
Dude, Atticus would die if we weren't around. He wouldn't even think to eat us. He's so dumb. Raven, I don't even think she would wait until Raven is the type of cat that she could probably still have food in her bowl, and if we were to die, she would probably start eating us. Like, immediately.
Can we not think about this? This is kind of gross.
Well, maybe if cats weren't such pieces of shit.
Hey, suck ass.
Dude, they did a study that cats wait a less amount of time to start eating their owners than dogs do. Dogs will actually go until there's no other options. They will.
It's just the cat showing how much they love their owner.
What? No, that's dogs showing how much they love their owner.
Oh my gosh, this reminds me of the Big Bang Theory episode when Sheldon gets like all those cats. And I can't remember what Leonard said. He's like, Sheldon, my Aunt Linda or somebody had like 30 or so cats, and when she died, you know what they did? They ate her. He's like, Leonard, you don't have to sell me on cats. I'm already a fan.
That's why I hate cats. I want a dog, but Brielle's
love
allergic
cats.
to dogs.
I'll have cats for the rest of my life.
Anyway, I have 2 evil cats that I'm willing to get rid of. If you're in the Utah County area, just give me a quick shout out, or if you're interested. $20 for everything that they have. They're super snuggly together, and if Raven doesn't do well if there is a room that is off limits, which in my household is my bedroom. I refuse to have the cats in my bedroom. She feels entitled to it, so she will charge the door if I'm not fast. Pisses me off to no end, so I'm just not a cat person. I'm sure they're nice cats if you are a cat person.
Yeah, I love your cats.
Yeah. See? So yeah. But I also have a rabbit that gender is undecided at this time.
What?
Yeah, Brielle doesn't know. And there's no way I'm gonna go and molest a rabbit. We're pretty sure it's a girl. Her name is Bonnie, and I actually love her more than I do my cats. You know. Let's see what else. As I said, apparently 3 times today, my favorite superhero is the Incredible Hulk. It's mainly because I relate with him so much. I think that could be said with anyone and their favorite superhero. I relate with Hulk because I have a crazy bad temper. Actually, I'm not like that bad in that way. It's more I let things build up until I explode on some unfortunate soul. And I feel that's kind of how Banner is.
Oh, okay. One day I want that poor unfortunate soul to be me, because I just want to see how mad you.
Dude, it's so weird because I'll be losing my mind at someone, and I'll still be able to, like the last time I freaked out on some random person, most of the time it's my family, where I just snap. But other times it's been the most recent was a McDonald's dude, or just a worker, and I have apologies in my car written with like a $5 bill in them, and it's like apologizing for me freaking out and everything, and I'm like able to lose my mind and grab that, hand it to them, and the note says like, I apologize, you were not the reason that I'm yelling, you were just the most recent person to piss me off.
How did the McDonald's worker piss you off?
I think he just messed something up. I think he spilled something or got an order wrong, and I just had it. So
okay.
if he's listening, I apologize. But I was able
He accepts it.
But while I was yelling at him, I grabbed the note, handed it to him, and then I just like drove off. Like while I was yelling, and then I handed it to him. He opened it up, looked at it, and then he looked back at me. I finished my rant, and I was gone.
Okay.
So that's why I relate with the Hulk.
You never told me that.
Pretty sure I have.
I don't think I have. Not the $5 thing? How long have you been doing that?
For a while.
Hey, you never told me that.
Oh, well,
Thanks,
there's
bro.
like an apology note and stuff in there.
You know, I think I need one of those.
What? Bite me.
I think you've put me through some emotional trauma in the past years.
Put yourself through emotional trauma, Mr. Dead Silence.
Hey, shut up. George.
I don't have very many hobbies besides watching movies. Sometimes playing a video game. I work full time right now. I'm not going to school. I've been thinking about it a lot more recently. Yeah, no joke.
Cool, man.
Just trying to weigh my options in that field, but I'm looking for a new job because I'm currently working with my dad in construction, and I think it's putting a strain on our relationship, so I need to quit. Super bad.
Do you apply at doTERRA yet?
I haven't found out how much they pay yet. I haven't applied at doTERRA.
This is like turning into like a personal podcast, apparently.
Yeah, right? You need to knock that shit off.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I guess...
Makes it more relatable.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all about me. I don't have very many hobbies.
Yeah, we're both boring, like you said earlier.
Yeah. I like working on, like, projects. Like right now I'm working on my man cave, which is just the second spare bedroom in my house, a 2-bedroom home. Is it a home? Is it an apartment?
Well,
I'm renting.
Yeah,
I'm renting the upper floor of a house, so technically it's an apartment. I don't know what to call it for sure. But I've been working on a desk that I got from my dad and my aunt. So I've been working on that. Been working on a shelf, just other stuff like that. I have been thinking about getting into woodworking. So I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. So I think that's pretty much it about me. I'm a really basic guy. Like I'm pretty sure my favorite ice cream is like mint chocolate chip, and I order the same thing from Subway all the time.
Yeah, what's that?
It is a foot-long cold cut on wheat with bacon if they have it, lettuce, tomato, mayo, mustard, and that's it.
I gotta give you a high five in ice cream because yeah, that's my favorite. Booyah, boy.
I mean, I could be more boring, but that's like, I think mint ice cream sums up my personality pretty well. I'm not vanilla, I'm not chocolate, but I'm not vanilla. I'm not like some crazy triple chocolate brownie. Mint chocolate chip. Super basic, but
Okay.
with like a little flair.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
Right? Yeah. So this podcast will probably go up on Saturday, and we are on Facebook at the All Bros channel. We're on Twitter, also at the All Bros channel. We have a YouTube channel as well, which you can just search the All Bros channel.
Yeah.
So Facebook and Twitter at the All Bros channel. YouTube also at the All Bros channel. We only have a couple videos posted. We will be posting the one shot that we did soon. I'll keep you guys updated, or attempt to. I'm really shitty at social media.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this will be good practice for me. And then eventually, when Rose gives me the green light, I will post the full length video that we made. It's like 6 minutes long,
Yeah.
almost 7. It's a super sad story. We'll release more videos like that, and not all of them will be school projects.
Yeah.
So
It's the perks of being a college student. You have access to so much.
yeah. So I would say go and rate us on iTunes and Google Play and all that fun stuff. But don't do that until we get better at this.
Yeah. Please.
Or if you think that this one was good, go ahead.
Yeah. Please don't give us a shitty rating.
I think any rating would be good at this point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why did
So-
my hand itch? Sorry, that was random.
Yeah, that was extremely random.
Sorry.
So that's what we will be doing. We don't really have a record date. It's just kind of whenever we're free, but we'll try to release it on Saturdays. We'll work on it. So forgive us if our schedule is a little wonky at first. We'll get more into a swing of things. Quit honking.
We are trying to record, assholes.
Gosh damn. Yeah, so that's where you can find us. Rate us. Leave a review or a comment or just a howdy do.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And we'll try to be interactive.
Yes.
I don't want to steal the whole question of the week thing from the, it's kind of a Fortress of Nerditude
Yeah.
thing. I mean, I know other podcasts do it, but I feel a little too close to them to
Yeah.
steal that.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something of our own.
Yeah. How about, what can we do? Let's come up with something on the spot. What could we do weekly to interact with viewers?
Name the year a certain movie came out.
Trivia?
Yeah. Okay, wait. So what does the Fortress of Nerditude do?
They do a question of the week.
Okay.
So it's kind of whatever they were talking about that day.
Okay, so they don't narrow it down to a certain type of question.
No. So
Okay.
so they usually do. Sorry, we're talking about you guys a lot. So they have a question of the week, and they also have certain times where they get asked a question that they'll answer.
Okay, gotcha.
So what am I thinking?
Sorry, I'm drawing blanks right now.
Me too. We could do trivia, and then I got it. We could just have, if someone comes up with some news or something that we haven't heard, obviously confirm it first, but if you post on Facebook or Twitter a article of some news and we feel like it's interesting enough for us to use, we'll talk about it. Or if there's like a movie, we'll take referrals
Yeah.
or anything. Video games, can't promise that we'll if you refer a video game that we're going to go out and buy it and play it immediately.
Because you're kind of broke.
Yeah, just because we're kind of broke. But if there's a pop figure that you've heard of that's rare, or a Blu-ray, Steelbook, or something like that, give us a referral, and we'll go see if we can find it, talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
That could work. And then
Cut, print, sign the check.
yeah, and we'll just do that. And then every once in a while we'll do like a trivia question or something.
Alright, cool. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet. So this is the conclusion of the first official released All Bros Channel podcast. So again, I am Caleb Albers.
And I am Jonathan Rose.
So later, bras.
Later, bras.